17-year-old Robbie O'Kelly is like most teenagers these days. She likes records. But unlike most kids who just buy records, when Robbie goes to school, she makes her own. In an age where technology is just as important as the performance on recordings, Robbie is an artist whose canvas is a complex board of buttons and dials.
I've always liked music, and just being a recording star is totally different. I'd rather put it together and do it myself and say, I did it.
She's a student at one of the country's only high schools where recording is taught along with the more basic 3 R's.
Very important to get a good splice on your tape. These splicing blocks in front of you, take your razor blade, take your tape.
Instructor Jim Hale designed the recording arts program for Kingsbury Vocational Technical Center. A musician and engineer himself, Hale created a dream course for high school students. Once off the waiting list, they eagerly attacked their classwork.
Music's part of their life, day in and day out, if they're in the recording studio or not, so it helps them know how it's put together, how things are brought into the studio, how instruments are put together, how tapes are mixed and overdubbed, edited, the whole process of it helps them to understand and like the music a lot better.
Teaching recording as a trade won't guarantee the students will be the Phil Spectors of tomorrow. However, many are interning at local studios today. And prized pupil Robbie is already busy at the job of producing, engineering, mixing, and promoting her first commercial hit.
I think I'll just lay down a rhythm and a vocal, and then we can come in and overdub another guitar.
Okay, and you want to fade it out, or you want to just abruptly just go out?
I don't know, I think fade it out. What do you think?
Yeah, that'd be better if we faded it out
Okay.
slowly. Okay.
All right.
All right, you ready?
Robbie's artist is Mike Cruz, a promising Memphis singer and songwriter. The two will join talents on a new novelty rock song called Radioactive Girlfriend. Now, let's face it, musicians can be pretty temperamental people to deal with. But when the session gets underway, there's never a doubt about who's boss.
Can we do that over the hi-hats too loud and the cymbals too loud on the vocal track? Mike, you ready to put it down? Okay, it takes rolling in about 10 seconds. I will listen to what they have to say, but I'm the producer and I'm going to do it the way I want to do it.
Girlfriend from Pennsylvania, radioactive girlfriend from Pennsylvania, radioactive, 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 radioactive. It's like making love to an X-ray.
I think about how it's going to sound on the radio, what it's going to sound like when the public hears it, what their reaction's going to be, and all that's involved in it.
Radioactive girlfriend from Pennsylvania. Radioactive, 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 radioactive.
When I'm in here mixing a lot of times by myself or with my teacher, I think about, I want a real full sound.
But with so many possible combinations, how does this young whiz know when she's got the right formula?
You just know it. You got a feeling, you know it when you got it, and you don't fool with it anymore after you've got it. You don't mess with it anymore.
Radioactive, and it's like making love to an X-ray.
Well, Mike, I think we done it this time. We got a cut.
Yeah, I like it. I'm happy with it.
Okay.
The record industry is a tough business, and it takes more than a gifted ear to break in. However, up close, you discover this soft-spoken little girl is both talented and determined.
Real determined. I'm ready and set, and I'm ready to go for it.
So without a big record company or a promoter to back her, she takes her master tape for a very limited pressing. And then pounding the streets, Robbie hits the radio stations in search of that first precious airplay.
Hi, how you doing? Pretty good. Can I help you? Yes, ma'am. I've got an appointment with Mike Scalzi. Mike? Okay, he's expecting you. We'll go right on back. Okay, thank you.
Girlfriend from Pennsylvania. She's radioactive.
I tell you, Robbie, I like the song a lot. I think the production is good on it, the engineering sounds good, the mixing is good. The problem that I have here at WHBQ is because of the format that we're currently running, it's very difficult for me to just take a brand new artist that's out and just put them right on the air.
I'm real determined. If it takes 10 or 15, 20 years to do it, I'm going to do it sooner or later.
Well, a small bit of success came sooner than she expected on this mission, and the result was music to the ears of our teenage record producer.
This is WSMS FM 92, and this is the Memphis Music Show, and I'm Laura St. James. How are you this afternoon? We got a new cut by a guy named Mike Cruz, and it's produced by Memphian Robbie O'Kelly, and it's called Radioactive Girlfriend.
Well, all right, they're playing it.